February 17th. Dick, you take a roll call, please.
Oh, okay. Norm. Here. Dick. Here. John.
Here.
Tatiana.
Here.
Jennifer missing, Joel missing, and Jim missing.
Just before we get started, I just want to, as our school board, express sympathy to the Horicon district for their loss and the whole community's loss and the school board's loss of their president, Tina Strainwald. That's a tough one to deal with, is something that happened so suddenly. So just express our concerns for them and hope that they can weather on through this.
Well, it was fun when we were trying to consolidate that time, so we got to, I got to know her really well. She
Sure.
sat next to me or whatever. Well, and she was sharp.
Too young. Okay, proof of notice.
As listed in the agenda.
Approval of the agenda.
I will move.
Motion by Nora,
I'll second.
second by Tatiana. Any questions on the agenda? Nora?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried 4-0-3. Citizens' comments? Approval of minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Dick,
I'll second.
second by Nora. Any questions on the minutes? Dick?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 4-0-3. Treasurer's report. Who's gonna do it? Treasury report as of end of January 2020. Total expenditures for the month, $1,498,823.66. Investments, we have state investment pool, general, $809,023.57, with interest of $986.31. Debt service is 14 cents with no interest. Non-referendum debt, $1,294.01, giving us interest of $1.77. So total investments in the government investment pool of $810,317.72. TSB bank account balance, general, $948,726.26, earning interest of $1,774.66. Money market general, $11,233.31, with interest earned at $17.10. And money market fund 46 trust, $1,246.01, earning interest of $1.90. Total investments at Trust State Bank, $961,205.58. So total cash investments as of January 31st, $1,771,523.30. So you've heard the treasury report. I need a motion for approval. Motion by Nora, seconded by
I'll second.
Tatiana. Any questions on the treasury report? Nora?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried 4-0-3. Resolution 1920-160, approval of regular semi-monthly bills. Need a motion.
I'll move.
Nora,
Second.
by Dick. Questions on the bills? Hearing none, Norm?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 403. Resolution 1920-161, approval of per diem.
So moved.
Motion by Nord,
I'll second.
second by Tatiana. Changes, okay, so Jim is off for tonight, Joe is off for tonight, Jennifer is off for tonight.
Okay, and I was to the convention, it was 2.5 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of January.
Oh, that wasn't on the last one?
Was it on the last
I
one?
think we did it about the 17th or something.
The last
Last meeting.
one was right before we went
No,
out.
so, yep, you're right. So
So-
Jenny was at all 3 days.
Yeah.
Dick and Jenny.
Yeah, so that's 2.5 days.
Two full days,
You
two
wanna
full days
check
and
for
a
that?
half day.
Donut,
For both of them, or?
Yes. Jenny was there all 3 days.
I think so.
Okay, and what were the dates?
Sorry, Friday.
It's on the Legion.
Well, were the 3 days you're asking for?
That's
I'll
on.
get them to you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had to go to the board member.
Okay, take me off as 2/7. I wasn't I did not go to the board.
Yeah, I was on the committee.
Yeah, he worked that.
Okay,
22nd, 23rd, and 24th. With the dates, January.
and Jennifer was there the same
Yes.
length of time?
You'll have to check with, I don't know, did Joe go?
He did not.
Did not.
Because I was delegated, I had to do that for him. That was fun, yeah.
Okay, any other changes? Nor,
Aye.
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 Motion carried 403. Dick, any communications?
None.
None. Any committee reports? Administrative report?
I'll keep mine really short. I have 2 items that I'll speak on behalf of finance stuff in the agenda that Ryan would have had in his director report. Today, there were 700 teachers that met, I would say 700 educators that met together to participate in the Spring Into Success Conference that was coordinated by CISA 6. So there's speakers from all over the area that came, and we all had a choice of 4 workshops to go to, plus a morning session and an afternoon session. So I thought it was a very well organized event at Campbell Sport High School, and the cost of it is about like $7 a person, and that covers like lunch is included too. So it's a real high quality event for us. So we were asked to give feedback after every single session. So I'm sure that information is going to make it to us. So definitely without the commitment of the school districts to it, we could not have such a large event. So I hope we continue to practice. I think there's always room for improvement in things, but it really comes down to your individual speakers you go to. So all of my workshops I really enjoyed. So that was a high quality experience. It's actually similar to the level of like a WSB
Right.
workshop.
The majority of money, believe it or not, comes from Church Mutual.
Right. So there's
They paid the majority of that expense. CISA 6 run 3 others around that area too, so there was over 3,000.
yeah, so thousands of educators came together today, so that was really neat. So I guess that's what I'll keep for the purpose of my report.
Okay. Becky,
I got the picture.
you got pictures?
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, pictures.
The first one is I had a young lady who
Cashed in some of her Cardinal cards. So our kids are in Cardinal cards when they're found being responsible, respectful, and safe throughout the building. Aspen had the opportunity, she came into the office one day with 42 Cardinal cards. I said, we didn't have enough stuff for 42 Cardinal cards. I said, give me 30, you can be the principal with me. So she gave me 30. She was the principal last Tuesday morning, and what an amazing job. She's a second grader. You can see her in the bottom corner. We'll start in the bottom corner. She did the PA announcement that announced the weekly winners last week. She greeted them all and congratulated them, took all of their pictures. I then took her down to do an observation from her former first grade teacher's classroom. She gave observation notes, sent them to her in an email. We helped with second grade. She then had kindergarten recess duty. You can see her in that top picture managing this merry-go-round. Only 8 kids can be in there. She was counting them, and she told them that they had to get out if there were too many. And the ones who got out without complaining, she handed out Cardinal cards to. She promised them Cardinal cards. So she handed out Cardinal cards. And then she also did some positive postcards to kids. So she filled out some postcards for some kids that would get sent out in the mail still this week. She did an amazing job. And that was just 30 Cardinal cards, just got her half a day. She was done by 11. But it has motivated some other kiddos to want to do it. She did a great job.
Sounds like you were pretty influential there too.
Yeah, she did a really nice job.
That's awesome.
Great.
So we had a principal for the day, so that's the first time we've done something like that, but I think
Did
it
we
will,
duct tape?
it'll.
Oh,
Nice.
Come on.
Nice. The next one, she wrote the positive postcards to some of these kids. This was our Parkview's Got Talent that we had about a week ago, last Friday, it's on the 7th. We had 18 kids participate, wanted to sign up and came up with routines. We had everything from the guitar player, Jackson Ocon, in that bottom picture, wrote his own song on his guitar and with guitar and music and words, etc. So he performed. It lasted about 11 seconds, but it was good. And he did it all by himself. Had a couple of girls, you can't see their rollerblades, but the ladies in pink there were on rollerblades. Lots of dance routines and lip syncs, as you can see above. But we had some soloists, some young ladies who sang. It was a fun time. And again, you get a picture of all 18 of them there.
That looks like a dance troupe.
That was a dance troupe, yes, sir. Yeah, we had some gymnasts. It was a good time.
That looks like a princess.
She sang Let It Go. She was dressed in her Elsa dress. Yes. Yes, yes. And then just a couple of other pictures of the life of Parkview. Second graders were learning about units of measurement. So in this case, they were using just cubes, like 1-inch cubes, to measure what their head, the diameter of their head. So they have a piece of yarn there that they measured around their heads, and then they had to measure out how many cubes it was. And then part of our weekly winners, we don't get lots of pictures of these folks, but the young ladies in the booth, we've got a set of restaurant booths at Parkview in the cafeteria. So when they win the weekly awards for being Cardinal Way winners that week, those winners then all week long get a chance to sit at the restaurant booths during lunchtime. So they snapped a picture of them as well. So again, just a little bit about life at Parkview. That's what I got right now.
Great.
Very nice.
Bob?
Yeah, I have an update on some information. The question came up at the last board meeting about a Holocaust instruction at the middle school, and it does continue. This year, the 8th grade team has talked about weaving it in and around our forward testing dates. So they've selected March 30th for a presentation. A speaker will come in, and the speaker's name is Mrs. Arlene Peltz, and she's been in our school several times, and she is the wife of a Holocaust camp. When he was a child, he was in multiple multiple camps in his childhood. He died in 2003, but she continues to tell his story and to share the experience with students in other groups, I imagine, about the Holocaust and what her husband had gone through. So that presentation will be on March 30th. It starts around 1 o'clock. It'll probably be in our library. And I don't know if anyone is interested in coming as well to hear her story, but I think all are welcome. Just let us know you'll be in, and we'll make sure that they come.
All right, thanks, Bob.
Can I give a quick about Mom in your school? Show fire, there were grand champions at, what city?
No one was on Saturday.
By Madison.
Monroe Grove.
No,
No?
I don't remember. Do you know
Just
the
was
name?
this last Saturday?
It was Friday. Or Atkinson, thank you.
Oh,
She just whispered it.
Yeah, yeah, the kids are very,
Jefferson
very
County.
proud, so that's great.
Yeah. New business, we have resolution 1920-162. Approve to hire David Teets as special education teacher. Motion by Nord,
Second.
second by Dick. Kira?
Every week bringing people together. So David is from Beaver Dam. He is currently working as a pilot. He came to us, he applied as a paraprofessional, but I looked at his licensures and he was more than qualified to be a special education teacher. So we had a conversation about what that might mean for him. And he agreed to come on board in the capacity of a special education teacher. So he carries a cross-categorical license, a license to teach students with emotional behavioral disabilities, and he also carries a reading teacher license. So he's got a lot of different facets to him. His references consistently describe him as a very positive person with a calm demeanor. He's goal-oriented, a team player, and has a strong work ethic. So all really great attributes to bring to a classroom. I kind of joked with him that one condition of his employment, because he is a pilot, that he uses his plane to take us on field trips. But he didn't agree to that, unfortunately. So that's David. His start date is projected to be March 9th.
Any questions on this approval to hire Chief Carey? Nord?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried 403. Resolution 1920-163, approval to hire Amy Williams, special education paraprofessional.
I'll move again.
Nord, second by
I'll second.
Tatiana.
Okay, so Amy, we're bringing on board to help support our students at Parkview. We have had a decent number of referrals for special education services that are resulting in a need to add more special education support. So Amy was interviewed, we liked her, and we offered her the position, so she will begin at Parkview tentatively on Monday, working in our cross-categorical program there.
Any questions on this approval to hire? Nord?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 403. Thank you. Resolution 1920-164, approval of consulting agreement with general consulting services with Baird Financial for the analysis of cash defeasance. Need a motion?
I'll move.
Nord, second by
I'll second.
Tatiana. Okay, Scott.
Okay, so I have some notes from Ryan. So his notes say the following, and then I'll speak to the documents. So we feel the $5,000 cost on the letter of engagement is reasonable, given the benefit the district would receive by having Baird work with the board on completing all actions related to the defeasance. So Baird has the background knowledge of the financing that we received at the time of the referendum, and they supported all of our bond work. So that would save us extra services and costs of going out and trying to find a different financial advisor. So Ryan's sharing this on the potential, like, do we need to go out to do an RFP for this? And for us, our partnership is with Mike Clark and Baird as far as our engagement goes. So when we the Board of Education passed the resolution to formally approve the defeasance, we knew that now that it's approved, we'll have to figure out at a later time when to actually pay the bill itself. When will we actually pay off that extra portion towards the bonds? So you can be strategic, but it didn't have to be immediately. So with that, it's $5,000 for the agreement, and here there's a timeline. So one, is get this thing approved as quickly as possible is what it says. So district administration sign and return the engagement letter. So the next piece is, we know on Monday, April 20th of that, he will be here to provide some bond counsel, and that at that point in time, it's to approve the formal defeasance resolution. So there was approval to levy, and now this is going to be something official to make the additional payment. So then the next part there is just stating when the funds will be wired, and then when a regular payment will be made, and then in 2021 and thereafter, the district begins making debt payments based on a new debt schedule. So really what's happening is that this is, when it says hypothetical cash defeasance, this next piece, that is the new debt schedule. So every year that the Board of Education is able to follow through with another layer of defeasance, it'll require the same exact action.
So it is a continuing thing.
Yeah, you'll have to do it again. We should, so that was a one-time additional levy. So we, our discussion is really trying to stay true to what the board believes with the mill rate, taking into account inflation and property values and stuff. So.
So it could continue, or
it
it
could
might stay the
continue,
same,
or it might not. So I think it's gonna be a year-to-year basis. So what's really gonna happen is our local mill rate is what's going to drive what the next step will be. So we can project that, and I believe right now that you will be able as a board to do something similar again. The dollar amount, I don't know. Will there be an opportunity? I think for sure.
The dollar amount will be determined to try and keep the mill rates from
Going
Right.
down,
Right,
and you can
exactly.
use the difference, you know.
So this is the new hypothetical debt schedule then, and in here you can start to see how the dollars all play out. So the actual source of funds, cash requirement, 718,779. So use of funds deposit to net cash escrow fund, 702,779. And then there's the consulting fee, some additional fees there. Total adds up to 718,779. So with 702 actually going to the debt payment itself. But right now, the way I see it is it's going to be paid towards the 2037 extra payment, okay? Because that is the most years of accruing interest. So because of that, in the bottom right-hand side, the estimated savings from defeasance is 245,496. So that is in addition to the actual payment itself. So that adds up to, that's like 900, just short of $50 million, or 950,000. So that's pretty significant. So that pretty much takes off like an entire year of what it would look like. So he'll come, he'll speak to it, but the key part is to say, yes, we are engaging, yes, this needs to happen, and you as Board of Education approving formally the resolution.
That's the only question I have. No, if we could, I can see that, you know.
So we'll just use the forecast model. We already pulled another revenue limit worksheet and put in some numbers. And then the thing is though, we have to put in all of the hypotheticals for the property values and everything. So I would just put in right now status quo. Because what's happening if the economy is kind of slowing down a little bit, isn't it?
I would say it's going on, yeah.
So you're gonna have to play it safe and say status quo and just do a little bit of tweaking and see what would happen. And typically by late spring, Baird is gonna start to give us some more information, state of Wisconsin too, that we could actually put a real dollar amount in
Are
there.
you just hiring them to back yourself if you're not unsure? or-
We actually need the support. So, no, like, this is our first time doing this. So, we're absolutely doing it out of necessity, sir.
Okay.
So, and you know what, when he comes, let's have that conversation. You could actually have an interview with him too, while you're at it, right? Say, okay, hey, we do this again next year, are we gonna need to have you? And I think the answer is yes.
Okay.
So the question would be. is, are you
Guaranteed job
looking for-
security, right?
Yeah. Nice for that.
Any questions on this consulting agreement? Norm?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried 403. Resolution 1920-165, approval of contract with Erickson and Associates for auditing services.
See, we really don't go out for bid for this either,
I have some feedback on
Okay.
that one.
Need a motion?
because we usually never did.
Norm?
Dick,
Second by Dick.
All right, we have gone out to bid. for this. So we went out to RFP in the fall of 2017. So at that time, from a price standpoint, sticking with Erickson and Associates was the most costly